account of the GST rate cuts and benign food prices. Considering all these factors, CPI inflation for this year is now projected at 2.6%, with Q2 and Q3 at 1.8%, Q4 at 4%, and Q1 next year at 4.5%. The risks are evenly balanced. I will now dwell on India's external sector position. India's current account deficit moderated in Q1 this year to $2.4 billion or 0.2% of GDP. This is in comparison to $8.6 billion or 0.9% of GDP same period last year, on account of an increased net services surplus and strong remittance receipts despite higher merchandise trade deficit. During July and August 2025, for which we have data till now, merchandise trade deficit continued to remain elevated, notwithstanding rising global trade uncertainties. India's services exports, driven by software and business services, witnessed robust growth in the last 2 months, July and August. Furthermore, robust services exports coupled with strong remittance receipts is expected to keep the current account deficit sustainable during this year. On the external financing side, net FDI reached a 38-month high in July this year, driven by increased gross FDI and a moderation in repatriation and outward FDI. Net FPI, however, recorded outflows of $3.9 billion this year so far. We have data till September 29. This is on account of both equity and debt segment outflows. As on September 26 this year, India's foreign exchange reserves stood at a healthy $700.2 billion, sufficient to cover more than 11 months of our merchandise imports. Overall, India's external sector continues to be resilient, and we remain confident of meeting our external obligations comfortably. Notwithstanding the robust domestic macroeconomic fundamentals, the rupee has witnessed some depreciation accompanied by phases of volatility